Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you didn't know, Diamond Art Club has some Amazon exclusive diamond paintings, including ones from their licensing agreement with Disney, which launched last year. So if you're looking for something that is budget friendly, beginner friendly, or just I need a break from working on really big diamond painting kits friendly, you really do need to check out Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront because there are some treasures over there. Plus, you get the free Prime 2-day shipping and a really good price point. And they go on sale sometimes for like Prime Day and stuff. Anyway, if you haven't checked there before, I'm going to show you some Disney kits that are currently in stock over there as of the time of this filming. These will all be linked directly below. There's even more where these came from, though. For example, recently I did a series video where I covered 8 other Disney princesses and completed them in this particular series. This Cinderella release was a surprise. A little bit of a jump scare. I was like, wait, I thought I did all the ones in this series. So had to pick her up. Gonna work on her and add her to the collection of 8 other Disney princesses, and we'll see if there's maybe even more to come. We have some princess and villain sets here. There's a couple more beyond these as well. And then there's a ton of Stitch kits. So if you love Stitch, there's like every kind of style. There's like half a dozen Stitch kits on their Amazon storefront right now. We're going to look at all of these. I'm going to give you a sense for what Diamond Art Club has to offer in terms of especially these snack size kits, and happy shopping if you're looking to do some shopping. So we're going to start with Cinderella, Disney Princess kit to kind of go along with the rest of my collection from there. And yeah, we'll take a look. So I'm going to give you a tour of the box and its features. I'm really only going to cover this in the first kit so that I'm not repeating myself for your sake as much as mine as we get into each of these kits. But if you're wanting to skip ahead, I totally understand, but this is where you're going to find me covering the basics. So we have the render wrapped around the top part of the box here and a look at the artwork. And then they have this really pretty pale pink branding with a coordinating princess logo here for a lot of these Disney princess kits. This is going to have round diamonds. I think all the kits you're going to see today will have round diamonds, and most, but not all, of the kits on Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront are going to be round drill kits because by nature those tend to be more beginner friendly, and that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to these kits. So round diamonds for this one. We're gonna have just 13 colors. Again, number of colors is part of what makes this, I think, more beginner friendly. 1 AB, 3 fairy dust, and just 18,600 diamonds in total in this one. Like I mentioned, this is officially licensed from Disney. This is totally above board. So while you will see a lot of stolen Disney artwork out there, anything you see from Diamond Art Club is going to be above board. Now, on the back of the box is some information about how to diamond paint. If you're newer to the craft, take a look in the description box of this video where I'll have some how-tos and other beginner diamond painting videos linked if you want to take a look at those. Hopefully make the craft feel a little bit more accessible. We have our kit contents. We're going to go through all that. Just a quick note also that Diamond Art Club puts a picture and the name of the kit at the bottom of the box just to make it easier to find the kit you're looking for if you're like me and you just stack them all on top of each other. Now, I have noticed that with a lot of their kind of special IP kits, like intellectual property kits, like their Disney kits, they have been moving over to these boxes that open from the side as opposed to the regular diamond painting kits where they really just open from the top. So this is an interesting concept. I'm really interested to see if they are going to move over to these with other kits or if it's just kind of for special ones like this. As far as what's included, a couple of different things I want to make sure I mention to you here. First, if you are getting this from Amazon, there's a whole leave a review bit, but the important part is that you do get the lifetime warranty that Diamond Art Club gives with their kits that are from the website. But if you get them from a third party like Amazon, you want to register your kit, and that just makes sure that you're covered under the warranty. So grab this card, you can scan this, and then you'll be good to go. So you'll see that included with all of these kits. And then we have our toolkit, which I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to cover it in this first kit as opposed to going through this in every single kit that we look at, just for sake of ease and time. You're going to get your twist and pick pen is what Diamond Art Club calls these. They come preloaded with wax. It's a clear wax. You want to twist it and then the wax will start coming out the end there. If you happen to run out of all the wax that's loaded in there, you can twist it the opposite direction and they actually give you more clear wax that you can load into there. They also do give you some pink heart wax. It's kind of their classic wax if you prefer that. And at the end of the overhead comes a 4-placer. It's removable, and they also give you a 7-placer tucked in the tray. You can use that size if you prefer. This also fits the metal multi-placers that Diamond Art Club sells. You want to make sure you get the ones that push in though, and not the threaded ones that screw in. They are also going to give you some plastic bags. You can store some of your leftover diamonds in those. And then the tray is my favorite of their toolkit items. The trays are bigger than kind of a standard basic diamond painting tray. They have a little bit higher walls and just more space in general. So good for multi-placing, good for avoiding drills spilling out when you shake up the tray. Comes with a removable stopper as well as a sliding lid. So this is, yeah, I like their trays a lot. Overall, their toolkits, I feel like, especially if you're new to diamond painting, I feel like these are pretty solid options. You're also going to have some goodies in here. First, we have a treasure quest card, which this is a pretty collectible as well as part of a secondary rewards program. Each of these cards is going to have a rank. This one is bronze, so if you get this same exact kit, there's a possibility you'll get one of the other ranks of cards. Bronze is the most common. You're going to get mostly bronze cards with your kits. There's bronze, silver, gold, and black in order of rarity, with black being the rarest. There are redemption codes that you can get to when you scratch this off here, and once you get various combinations of these cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or even a custom diamond painting, which I did recently, and I have a video kind of talking through that process and explaining it in a little bit more detail. If you would like to take a look at that, that'll be linked below too. Here we have some helpful things just on the inside even of this envelope. The VIP Facebook group is with this QR code. You can join that once you've made your first purchase. And Diamond Art Club also has a mobile app. Now, speaking of discount codes, if you're brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of shopping from the Diamond Art Club website, which these kits may end up on the Diamond Art Club website at some point, because I think most of these Disney Princess kits are also available now on the Diamond Art Club website. It was a few months before they did that. I have a first-time buyer discount code for the website. It's not good on the Amazon storefront, but keep an eye out for sales there. Diamond Art Club website, first-time buyer, you can get 20% off by using my code Katie20. And thank you so much if you choose to use it. No pressure though. Here we have a set of sticker labels. Here's a look at the original artwork. I will use this in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. And then we have a set of pre-cut sticker labels. We have 13, I almost said 17. 13 colors in this kit. We have our special drills here. Z is fairy dust, AB is AB. Otherwise, these are in DMC order. The DMC code is in the right-hand column, and most diamond painting companies do use this color code system. Let's now take a look at the canvas and the diamonds. One of the things that's neat about this is that this kit is going to be the same size and have the same drill shape as the other 8 princesses in this series. So I appreciate that when Diamond Art Club sees that there is a series of images, they really do try to keep them the same size. And I also, when I look at this, I know that of course they could have gotten more detail from it if they'd gone with a bigger size, but at the same time, I like that they went, no, let's do some Disney princesses, but at a more, like a smaller size, a more beginner-friendly size point. And I like this stylized artwork and I personally think it works at the smaller size. I've seen some people say they don't necessarily love the render on some of the things like the faces, but I think it's very charming. I think it's really cute. And I will, if you want to see all these other princesses completed, that video will be linked below, but I think this is cute, honestly, I do. Now, as far as what these canvases are like, so the canvas material it feels really soft on the back, and when you go to diamond paint on it, it lays flat well, and it's nice. It holds drills well, and the glue they use is poured glue. Sorry, tongue-tied. They use poured glue on their canvases. That's pretty sticky, as well as a thick plastic cover that comes with perforated sections. The lines will just help you see where the edges of the sections are, and you can either ignore that or use it and just give it a little tug when you want to split the perforations there down the middle. We have a legend up here at the top left and the same legend at the bottom right. Bottom left, we have a thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So I mentioned how this is legally licensed from Disney. Even if the kit that Diamond Art Club carries is not a Disney kit, it is still going to be legally licensed. They'll have the artist's permission or the IP holder's permission to use this artwork and are compensating the artist or IP holder as well. So that is the case with all of these. We have their socials, and here's that lifetime warranty we were talking about. Now, looking up close, like most of these smaller beginner-friendly kits, you're going to see, generally speaking, a lot more color blocking. Color blocking is where you have lots of the same color in an area like you have here in the background. So grab a multi-placer, you're going to have that color in your tray for longer, and it's usually going to go faster because of that. The opposite of color blocking is confetti. Best examples I'm seeing are, some of the outlining you have up here, maybe even some of these little areas. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area and are looking at doing more in the way of single placing. So yeah, it's going to usually take a little bit longer, but it's going to give you more detail, and depending on the kit, sometimes it means more and better color blending. Size-wise, like I said, this one is going to be the same size as the other Disney princesses in this series, and is going to have the same number of diamonds. So if you wanted to, for example, display them side by side, it's going to look really consistent, which I appreciate. I like the consistency of it. Drills wise, we're going to open these up and take a look. There is a sticker that tells you what kit these go with. And like all of the princesses in this series, we're going to have a bunch of our background color. So in this case, we have 3865, a white background color. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of that one. And then we have some pinks and blues, just lots of really light colors here. And these are not in DMC order. They're rather in order of weight or kind of number of diamonds. Here we have our first fairy dust diamond. Fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating on the top that gives them a shimmery effect or a pearlescent kind of sheen. These are going to be more subtle than ABs, which we have one of those in this kit that I'll show you in a moment. But these are my favorite kind of special drill that Diamond Art Club has. I like the subtlety of them. They stand out a little bit from regular diamonds, but they're not in your face the way that, well, here's the AB in this kit. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the northern lights and have an iridescent coating on the top that definitely is more eye-catching. It's going to draw your eye to the areas that has been charted and stand out certainly more than the fairy dust diamonds here that you see. Now I'm chuckling at the, not only do we have a straggler in terms of a different color, we have a different drill shape. Who knows how that ended up in there? It happens. As long as I have enough in any given color to complete the kit, then I'm happy. Here's our next fairy dust color, Z444. It's just a bright yellow. And then our last fairy dust color is this kind of pink. Yeah, it's like a true pink. Z3607. You can see that fairy dust coating on those. And then these colors we just have the smallest amount of. So you could totally cut this up into baggies or use more traditional storage containers, which is generally my MO. I'm curious to hear, what's your go-to? Do you like structured storage? Or if it's a smaller kit like this one, you're like, no, I'll just do baggies. It's easier that way. As far as where those special drills are going to be found, so the pink fairy dust, which we didn't have a ton of, is the pink flowers, this one here and this one there. And then we had that light blue fairy dust. I was like, it can't be this whole dress. There wasn't enough for that. No, it is this light blue color. Let me get you out of the glare. So this part of her dress is one shade of blue, and then kind of these little accent. I think this is it's like tulle or kind of transparent fabric in the original. This color right here is the light blue fairy dust. It's her gloves and these bits on her shoulders and then her gloves there. That's our light blue fairy dust. And then we have the yellow fairy dust is this plant down here and this yellow mark over here. And then the purple AB is going to be these purple. Are these flowers or birds? I think they're flowers. The light purple you see down here, the light purple over here, and the light purple you see right here, as well as the light purple over there. Oh, the bird's beak has one single solitary light yellow fairy dust in the center too. That's cute. So that's our special drill placement. Definitely my favorite has got to be the light blue in her dress. I'm glad we get a little bit of sparkle in her for sure. But yeah, this is Cinderella, a wish come true. And as of the time of this filming, this is exclusive to the Diamond Art Club Amazon storefront, but we have seen them add a lot of these Disney kits in particular to the website over time. So if you're not able to, if it's like a regional thing and you can't shop, like if it's not in the UK or the Canada Amazon storefront, maybe keep an eye out on the website and maybe it will show up there. But for now, it's just on the Amazon storefront, at least in the US. And excited to add this one to my Disney Princess series. So let me go ahead and pack this up real quick and we'll be back to open up another kit. Next up, let's take a look at our chief mischief maker here, Stitch. This one's called Wild for Spring. And you know, I didn't necessarily get spring vibes when I saw it. I just kind of thought like, oh, it's like very Hawaiian, tropical, but I can see it too. This is smaller than all the others and the box did struggle a little bit in shipping. I feel like Amazon just sent this to me in like a mailer, like a flat mailer. I don't even think it was a bubble mailer. So we're gonna just check and see. I'm sure that the canvas inside is fine. It doesn't look like it's that crushed, but a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. Fun stitch branding down here, like bright greens and stuff. This one's gonna have round drills too. Size-wise, we're looking at 10 by 9 inches or 25 by 22.8 centimeters and 12 colors, including 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust, under 8,000 diamonds in this one. This is like super, super beginner friendly. Cute stitch branding, same deal on the back. You can see they've actually simplified this even more. And that's because this is technically part of their Little Diamonds line, which, while yes, these other kits are beginner friendly and something you'll often see on the Diamond Art Club website, they do, or on the Amazon storefront, you'll also often see kits. There's like a whole subset on the Diamond Art Club website, as well as a lot of the kits on the Amazon storefront that are really small, are part of this Little Diamonds line. And this is just really noting that this is very kid friendly in particular. So lovely little Amazon label. Let's go ahead and open this one up. I know that Stitch is super, super popular, and so I don't blame them for having oodles of Stitch kits available on the website, on the Amazon storefront. I keep saying the wrong thing. I don't know why, I'm just really stumbling over my words exceptionally tonight. I wonder if this is going to have the more basic toolkit, like the old school toolkit too. Feels very stuck in there. Let me see. Okay, stickers. I think maybe, I don't know if we'll get a treasure quest card with this one either. Let's see. I see an envelope. Okay, let's take a peek. So we have our warranty review situation here. Don't forget to register your kit. We have our toolkit, which we covered when we looked at Cinderella. So rewind if you want to see the details on the toolkit. Then we have this smaller size envelope, which it feels like there is a treasure quest card in here. So let's take a look. Another bronze card. That's really cute though. So like I said, mostly gonna get bronze cards. You know what Diamond Art Club has said? That the smaller the kit, the more likely it is to be a bronze card, and the larger the kit, the more likely it is to be a rarer card. I have not necessarily noticed that same correlation. Actually, one of the Disney princesses I got from the Amazon storefront had a black card in it. So and I got a gold card too. So it really does, I don't know, it does vary. Here's the original artwork and spot chart, your start and end date, all that good stuff. Here's our sticker labels with our 2 fairy dust, our 2 ABs, lots of just muted blues and grays in this one. Wild for Spring, Disney Stitch. And just this cute little bag with this cute little canvas. I know that they really market these as being like, these are for, you know, kid friendly, it's little diamonds, but still, sometimes I've worked on a lot of big kits and I just want something small that feels very relaxing and low key, low stress to work on. This kind of kit is it. You could sit down and do this in a day or two, especially if you use a multi-placer on that background. They put the Little Diamonds branding specifically at the top of these Little Diamonds canvases, but otherwise going to be really similar to the other kits that they have. Legends, canvas material and everything is going to be the same. All the details down here. One thing about these is that sometimes, and this isn't necessarily just the Little Diamonds kits, but just in general, sometimes this looks like their original run of the perforated cover. They've gone through different iterations as they've rolled out the perforated cover, which I think was about last year. And this is definitely feeling thinner, and it doesn't have the lines that show you where the perforations are as easily, but they are still there. You can see where the light catches them a little bit. So you still have the option of, you know, using those if you like, but it is a little bit different. That's the main thing that's going to differ on the actual canvases. Looking up close, we have just this big color blocked background. Go ahead and guess how many bags of that color you think we're going to have. I think 4 or 5, but still lots of color blocking, which is going to be a hallmark of these Little Diamonds kits. But a little bit confetti with some of these leaves and spots here, but no, for sure a Color blocking dream. I was way off. I see 2 bags of that background color. What? I'm so bad at this. Oh, well, they're really, you know what? They're very full bags. No, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. 2 bags. These have static. You can see how the drills are really clinging to the sides of the bag. You know what's one of the most frustrating things to deal with when we're trying to work with diamonds? Honestly, it is static like this. So what this means is that it's just really dry in there. They did kind of move up to poking holes. You can often see visible holes poked in these bags. Not big enough for the drills to fall out, usually. I've had like one mishap where there was one that was too big. But if you don't get ones that have those holes or there is static still, I highly recommend getting a dryer sheet, like just a whole dryer sheet, open it up here, and then when you cut open this bag, pour these diamonds straight into an open dryer sheet, kind of sift them around, and then pour them straight from the dryer sheet into ideally a structured storage. If you're pouring it into a Ziploc bag, I feel like it's going to just add more static again, but you do you. Incorporating a dryer sheet, I feel like, is the easiest way to really combat static, in my experience. Here we have our first fairy dust color. We have Z964. That's a really pretty aqua fairy dust color. I love that. We have an AB 3609. That super sparkly iridescent coating on that pale pink color. And then we have another fairy dust. Is that the same light blue we had in Cinderella? Z162. And yeah, we do have one more AB here. Lots of shades of blues and grays. This is really pretty. It's like a grayish blue. It's what it looks like to me. AB 3755. I really like that AB. That's really pretty. And just little bits of these 2 colors. Where the ABs go, we are looking, and the fairy dust as well. So the pink AB is in these light pink flowers. The grayish, that my neighbor's dog is in a rare form tonight. We have the grayish blue AB, which is this color, these little sparkles in the background. Kind of see it, these little sparkles here as well. Fairy dust wise, we had that light blue fairy dust, which is this leaf and this leaf over here. And then some of these sparkles and stitch. We're looking at the letter H. So that H is fairy dust. And that H right there is that light blue fairy dust too. And then that light aqua fairy dust is this, it looks kind of greenish there. And then these palm leaves there. And I think that's it. So not really much in the way of special drills in stitch. It's mostly in the background, but those special drills are gonna stand out really well against the kind of dark brown background color. It's gonna pop in a really fun way, I think. So that is Stitch Wild for Spring from their Little Diamonds line. That's our second kit we've looked at tonight. And like I said, if this style isn't necessarily your jam, but you still really like Stitch, they had like 6 other kits, Stitch kits specifically, on the Diamond Art Club Amazon storefront. So hopefully there's something there that you really, really do love. So let me pack this one up and I'll be back. We got some princess and villain pairs to take a look at next. So next up we have our Disney villain and princess kits. These are 2 of either 4 or 5 that I saw on the Amazon storefront. And I think it's interesting that they have slightly different branding, that Ariel here got the like pale pink like we had with Cinderella, but then Snow White has this like dark pink color. So I wonder if the others in this series, what kind of branding they'll come with. But I'm always curious. I'm like, what made them do, one over the other? But let's take a look at my personal favorite Disney princess, which is Ariel. This kit's called Unlock the Spell, and this is Ariel's logo for these Disney princess kits. And the color of the gemstone even will vary a little bit. I don't know what the pattern is there, if it's by princess or by colors in the kit. I couldn't say. This one shipped from Amazon with no outer box, and I'm relieved that it's not damaged or crushed in any way. This is like an exceptionally sturdy box compared to the Stitch kit, which was not the newer style of box. Like this is has a little bit more give to it, but this is very like super structured. You can see where the sticker, I don't know if this is a shipping label or what, but there's a big old sticker here I ripped off. 10 colors in this one, including 1 AB, 1 Electro, 2 fairy dust. I'll show you what electro diamonds are when we open this up. But we have, of course, Ursula and Ariel. I know there's a lot of villain fans, like Disney villain fans. I know Ursula is super popular. And I would be interested to see some more like solo villain kits, like not just, like most of them have been like either parts of scenes, like movie scenes, like that also include the princesses, but Like portrait style Ursula. How fun would that be? This is going to have this side opening box like Cinderella did. Just lends that extra structure to it. Not going to complain about that. Toolkit. Check out the Cinderella unboxing at the beginning for a look at the toolkit. We have a reminder about the review and really the warranty there. And then we have, let's see what our treasure quest card is for this one. I think we're going to have just a string of bronzes. And yep, this is another bronze. Ooh, that looks really cool though with this effect. Like that's really, really cool. Imagine what this would look like if you got one in this series with this artwork, but with the, if it were a black card, because then this color would be all black and it would be a matte finish. That would look so cool. If you guys get one, you'll have to send me a picture on Instagram or something. But mine came with bronze. And then here's the original artwork. They were able to get this in a really small size, 13 by 13 inches, 33 by 33 centimeters. Here's our color spread. It's very almost rainbowy. There's a lot of different color variation here. We have our fairy dust. K is our electro, and then AB is AB. Electro diamonds have a metallic finish, and Diamond Art Club has 3 different electro colors right now. They have a gold, and they have kind of a dark gray, and they have a deep like blue that has a really cool effect. You don't see that one as much. I feel like you're going to see the gold one the most frequently of any. Okay. Let's unroll. Okay. That is it's just so fun. I know that especially if you get like a cheap unlicensed kit, I feel like one of the main things you'll see if there are words in it is they're a confetti mess. Diamond Art Club though, they hand chart their kits or hand render their kits. So when they're turning the diamond painting, when they're translating the original artwork into diamond painting form rather, they have human beings that are spending a lot of time doing this and trying to make it very clean and crisp. And if that suits the artwork like it does when you're trying to get letters like this, they're just trying to get it to match the original artwork as closely as possible. And we get clarity in letters like this, which is like, I don't take it for granted because I've seen some really, really messy unlicensed kits from other companies out there. So yeah, same features on these as we saw on Cinderella. This is not technically a Little Diamonds kit, so we're back to our normal Diamond Art Club branding. But this one also has what feels like it's a slightly thinner plastic cover and is like one of the original iterations of this perforated plastic cover. So we have the perforations, feels a little bit thinner to me, and we don't have the lines showing us where the edges are. Up close, I'm not going to guess how many bags of the background color we're going to have because I was so off base with Stitch. I don't know, 3? I don't want to go too high again. This is really fun. This kind of style with the villain and then the princess in profile. And lots of color blocking in this one. Really just a couple of tiny spots of like kind of confetti, but no, just oodles of color blocking as per usual. Ooh, let's do, I didn't measure Stitch. I don't always measure them. I usually do. Sometimes I forget. Diamond Art Club runs true to size 99% of the time. And when they don't, it's usually because there's just a printing error or something. Here we have Unlock the Spell. Let's take a look at our special drills for this one especially. So we have Z761. It's our first fairy dust color. It's a really pale pink. Must be the letters. Then we have this bright orange Z608 for our next fairy dust color. And then our AB is this really, really pale pink, AB819 with the iridescent coating there and another straggler diamond. And here's our electro diamond. So K444. Electro diamonds, like I mentioned, they have a metallic finish. So the bright yellow you're seeing is the bottom, the base of the diamonds. That's going to cover up the symbol. The gold metallic effect is what you're looking at that's going to be facing up. These are striking. You don't see them in a ton of kits because they really only work in really specific places. Otherwise, they're going to look out of place. So I love when they're able to work them into kits, especially even the smaller size ones like these. Here's our other 2 colors. And then our background color is 310. And you know what? 4 bags. It's a little closer here. This is where you're really going to see, I feel like, the upside to doing round diamonds. I think it's going to work especially well on these kits because round diamonds in darker colors like 310 have an amazing amount of sparkle. You can see how they are catching the light just gorgeously here. So once you have drills down on this canvas, it is going to look spectacular like when it catches the light at all. So square diamonds from Diamond Art Club tend to have, I feel like, a little bit more of an overall shimmer effect, whereas round diamonds have like a twinkle sparkle that just, it stands out a little bit more and in a little bit kind of different way. Okay, special drills. We are looking at that light pink fairy dust is going to be our words, unlock the spell. You know what? It looks orange. It doesn't really look reddish to me. It's definitely more of an orange. I guess I can maybe see a red undertone to that. That's actually going to be the color of Ariel's hair, Z608. I think that does suit kind of this particular style of artwork. I'm curious. I pull out the sticker sheet here. Yeah, I think yeah, it is orangey there because it's almost like a little bit muted. Almost. Okay, anyway, that's our other fairy dust color. Our super pale pink AB. Okay, that's actually Ursula's hair. And then these shells on either side. It looks white in camera almost. The sparkles and these little marks down here and the sparkle, these marks. That's all going to be the really pale pink fairy dust. And then the gold electro diamond. It's going to be the crown. It's the number 8. And then these gold marks, like at the bottoms of these shells and these gold marks here. This is like Ariel's necklace here that captures her voice. And these marks here, these little gold dots, that's all going to be the gold electro. And then Ursula's earring is going to be the gold electro too. Love it. Absolutely love it. That gold electro is the showstopper for this one for sure. All right, you guys, that's Unlock the Spell. That's the third kit we've looked at today, and the first of several kits that, the first of the series that you're seeing in this video, but I just have 2 to show you today, and there's, like I said, even more available on the Amazon storefront. So be right back. Just going to pack this up, and we got one more kit to look at. Last, but of course not least, we have Pick Your Poison. This is a Snow White kit, and we have the Evil Queen back there. We're going to take a look at this one together. I'm curious to see if this is also going to have a gold electro, or maybe not, maybe just some other kind of special drill. I haven't looked yet. We'll see. This one's going to be the same size as Ariel Unlock the Spell was, and I have a feeling that all of the kits in this particular art series, this villain series and this style, I have a feeling those will all be the same size. Again, for that consistency, if you want to display them or just have them in a portfolio together, having them all be the same size is a deliberate choice on Diamond Art Club's part. Also going to have round diamonds. This one gets the little diamonds marking where the other one didn't. I'm ever curious about how like logistics and behind the scenes stuff works. So I don't know why it could be. I don't know. I couldn't even speculate. But just an observation. This one's marked as little diamonds. 8 colors, including 1 iridescent diamond and 2 fairy dust. Same number of drills, 14,400. Little diamonds. Same kind of features on the back where it's more basic in terms of instructions and stuff. And same Amazon label on the bottom. Okay, this one looks like it opens from the top. So, and also has like the hanger on it like Stitch did, like it's ready for a retail store. I don't know, like now that Joann's sometimes had often had Diamond Art Club kits. Michael's, I feel like, has moved away from any Diamond Art Club kit or Diamond Art kits that aren't their store brand. Like Michael's is all Make Market, and Hobby Lobby I think has done the same thing. So I'm not sure what other stores we might see these hypothetically in. Yeah, this one came with the inner sleeve. The Stitch kit was too small to have the inner sleeve, but this is something you're going to see in like standard diamond painting kits that you get from the Diamond Art Club website. It just offers a little bit of additional protection and a little bit extra structure. So interesting to see that. Just again noticing the differences. Toolkit, again, take a peek at the Cinderella unboxing for a closer look at that. And register your kit. And of course we have to see, are we going to be 4 for 4 on bronze? Yep, We sure are, which is fine. I'm used to it at this point. You know, it looks really cool with the black background though. Bronze, colors wise, let's take a look. Okay, 8 colors. So L is going to be our iridescent diamond. That's going to have a crystal kind of effect. And then we have our fairy dust there. No ABs in this one. All right. And then the canvas, I wonder if it's going to have, I'm guessing it's going to have the little diamonds branding at the top, but everything else should be the same. If you want to try taking the ink off of the edges of the canvas, I have done this once or twice before. I don't think it was a Diamond Art Club kit, but if you're thinking you just want to get rid of the legends on the side and have consistency in terms of this one has little diamonds at the top, the other one says, you know, do what makes you sparkle. You can use nail polish remover. I would highly recommend you patch test this on a small area of the canvas first, but that is what I've had the best luck with. And then you can just give yourself a clean white border if you want. So yes, little diamonds up here at the top, but otherwise we are looking at an identical canvas, including same plastic cover situation. A little thinner than the one with the lines, but still perforated sections there. Up close, we're gonna have, I wonder if this will be 4 bags of 310. There's a little bit more, like Snow White's profile is all in 310 as well. So maybe 5 bags in this one, we'll see. And a little bit of confetti in some of these little areas, but still overall certainly a very color blocking heavy canvas. 33 by 33. Square it off, and then we'll take a look at our diamonds. Pick your poison. The Amazon ones, or at least the ones that started out on Amazon, have that AMZ at the end. If you didn't notice. Looks like 4 bags of 310. Again, we have that amazing sparkle with these darker round diamonds. And okay, our first fairy dust color is Z721. This is a more muted orange color. Again, you can see that pearlescent shimmery sheen on the tops of these. And then we have this, oh, I love this purple fairy dust. It's so pretty. It's like grape jelly. Z553. Yeah, I love that fairy dust. It's so good. Okay, and then here's our iridescent diamond. Iridescent's the name that Diamond Art Club gives to their diamonds that have a more crystal-like effect. The little mirrors you're seeing there, that's the flat bottom part of the diamonds that's going to go on the canvas. It's the like more crystally look. It's clear with like, maybe, is that like a pale, it's like a pale yellow. My eyes are playing tricks on me. I can't tell. It's like an off-white. So anyway, L3033 for this iridescent color. And then our last 2 colors. Special drill locations on this one. So that muted orange color is going to be in these areas that look red on canvas. So these little like motifs, this part of Snow White's sleeve, and these little motifs, and then these flowers. This little mark up here, these flowers, and then the bow on her headband. Oh, and Queen's lips right there. Then we have the purple one, which is basically any of the purple you're seeing in here. That's so perfect. I love it. So the purple like in the leaves and the centers of the flowers, these like little dots here. The other half of this symbol up here, as well as these purple arches or little bits down here, little drapey bits. That's all going to be the purple fairy dust. And then we have our iridescent diamond, which is going to be specifically like these sparkles and these kind of big dots here in the background. It's not in their clothing. That is not iridescent. It's just these little background bits. So that's going to stand out. I wasn't sure if they would do like a metallic in the words or something. So that almost looked like that could be like the gold electro. But now that I look at it more with the canvas in front of me, I go, oh no, that would have been too not quite the right color. But anyway, this is Pick Your Poison with some really pretty special drill charting. I will be right back yeah, just give me 1 second. And that's a wrap on taking a look at these 4 Amazon exclusive, as the time of this filming, Amazon exclusive Disney Diamond Art Club kits. I will have all of these individually linked below, along with some of the others that are in these series. So if you're wanting to see other related kits, you can do that a little bit more easily. I'll also link to Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront if you want to do some browsing. They don't currently have a pattern to their restocks or new releases on Amazon that I have noticed. However, I would strongly recommend joining the VIP Facebook group because people are pretty on it in terms of noticing when Diamond Art Club either does restocks or particularly when they add new kits. They tend to post in the VIP group about it. So as long as you purchase from the Diamond Art Club website, I don't know if it works for you if you just purchase from Amazon. I'm not sure. You can contact customer support and go from there. But once you've actually made a purchase from them, then you can join the VIP Facebook group and hopefully, stay up to date with the information there. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a Disney fan that has checked out the Amazon storefront for some of these Disney kits before? Or are you about to go do some shopping or wish listing? Because Diamond Art Club has really been, I feel like, amping up what they have to offer in their Amazon storefront, especially in terms of Disney kits. A lot of their other IPs, like Marvel and Snoopy and stuff like that, they have a lot of snack size kits available there too. Again, these are my go-tos for just when I feel like I've been working on big kits and I need a break. I want the satisfaction of finishing a kit more quickly. I want something that doesn't feel overwhelming. Like, that's why I reach for these kits, and snack size kits have really become a staple of my diamond painting, like as a hobby and in my collection. And these are, of course, also great ways to introduce other people to diamond painting, especially the more like littler kits like this size. It's nice because it's going to come with everything that they need. Diamond Art Club does a really great standard default toolkit, and the quality is going to be good, and you're giving them licensed artwork, which is a huge plus. And often when you go to Amazon and look at diamond painting kits, so much of it is not licensed. So anyway, lots of reasons to check out what they have to offer. Like I said, if you're shopping on the website for the first time, I have that discount code you can use. Amazon, though, I recommend kind of just keeping an eye out for sales if you're looking to save a little bit there. They don't usually run coupon codes on their Amazon storefront. It's more like sometimes there'll just be during deal weeks like Prime Day and Black Friday. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these mostly new releases. I think these are almost all new releases on the Diamond Art Club Amazon storefront from their Disney collection. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts below. Please subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. I would love to have you here as part of my community. You'll see unboxings and reviews from various diamond painting shops, as well as weekly whip and chats and all kinds of diamond painting related stuff. So I'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you're doing very well and that you have a day and a week that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.